Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of CYT-Crypto. My name is Stephen Aitchison and we're going to be looking at the crypto markets overall, a couple of news stories we're going to be looking at and a couple of charts as well, just to go over what's been happening in the crypto world. Okay, so I'm just going to see if we're live or not. We are live, got a few people in just now, so just jump over to the chat area as ever. Thank you very much for joining me, really appreciate it. We've got Tim Gash in the house, we've got Stephen King in, Batman, Gino Dow is in, Marcus Shafari, Jason Ray, George Charles, IoT Financial, Dave Finn is in house. Welcome to you, one of our brown admins. Tony P is in, Jason Ray is in as well. Did I say Jason Ray? I did already. Ajmal Salim is in the house as well. Have you looked at Binance JE? Looks like you can pay indirect GBP in euros for a fee of £20. Yes, so I've signed up for Binance.je as well. So we'll be looking at the news story on that. So I've signed up for it. Yes, I'm just waiting for verification. I think that'll take a while because there's been loads of applications for Binance JE. And that just means you can pay in euro, you can pay in GBP or British pounds, but there's a higher fee for it for withdrawals and stuff like that as well, so I need to look more into it once I actually get verified. Chris Noble's in, Cole Phillips is in with us, Gareth Passage is in as well. Good to see you all. Okay, so we'll look at, this was been looking at waves. So the call of the day yesterday was waves. I think that's going to go up by the end of the month, but the call of the day lasts for 1 week, but I'm thinking more towards the end of the month, but I still think this is going to go up. Two, it's kind of high here of, well, that's not the high, that's on a 1 hour chart. I'll look on the daily chart. So kind of waves went up to a high of 121,000, kind of came back down, retraced about 50%, and I think it's going to bounce up from the 50% retracement line and kind of bounce up from here. There's going to be news coming out today about the Vostok airdrop as well. So we'll be bringing out that, so look out for waves. That was a call of the day yesterday at 72,000, but it's 71,260 just now, so still in play and still a good one for a rise, I think. Okay, we'll look at BTC, USD, and is 3,591. You can see here, this is kind of the line that I'm kind of most concerned about, this 3,600 support line. So it's staying as support just now, but obviously we're dipping in and out of it all the time. We'll just have a look in the 4 hour. So we're going above it, below it, above it, below it, above it, below it. So we don't know if we're going to break or not. To me, it just feels there's more downward pressure from the bears than there is upward pressure, upward movement from the bulls. So that's just how it feels at the moment. But I'm forever optimistic in thinking it's going to stay above the 3,600. And as I say above 3,600, 3,591, I know that, but it's hovering around that area just now. You can see there's a very kind of thin trading channel just now between there and there. So 3,577 and 3,615, that's the trading channel at the moment. And it has been there for a few days now. So it's just waiting to break up or down out of that trading channel. I know it's a very thin trading channel, but that's where it is kind of at the moment. That's on a 4 hour chart. Just get rid of these, not to confuse. So that's where we are with Bitcoin. Some of the movers and shakers, this is on Binance. And this is ARN, just shot up from the crossover, about 56% from the crossover. And remember what I was saying the other day, this could have been a good strategy, or could be a good strategy, is just buy every single coin on Binance and just wait for it doubling up, sell half of your coins once it doubles up, and then move into something else, or just keep it into Bitcoin. And we're starting to see that with loads of projects just now. They've just started to kind of double up and go up 100%. Or nearly 100%. That's what's happening a lot, and I think that's going to happen more and more if Bitcoin does kind of stabilize and jump up from here. But I think the alts are taking a window of opportunity just now. The alts are jumping up just now, kind of big time. If we look at Binance here and look at the figures here. So REP is up 48%. I'm just kind of go down there. This is OGA is up 48%. It has been higher than that. Kind of crossed over. This is on the daily. Crossed over on the daily. It's up 132%. So what we would have done there if we'd bought 1,000 of REP, if going by using that kind of strategy, is buy almost every coin in Binance, buy every single one, wait till double, sell half, and then put the rest into Bitcoin. So if you'd spent, say, half a Bitcoin worth back on, say, the 26th of December, if you put in half a Bitcoin into OGA, and then it kind of doubled up, it goes up to 1 Bitcoin, take out half a Bitcoin and leave it in Bitcoin. So you're just saving up Bitcoin all the time, and you've got kind of half in OGA as well. So I think that's a good way to do that. I think that'd be really good. But there's 151 tokens on Binance, so it'd be really difficult to kind of do that. ARN is up, we've seen 36%, it's been higher than that as well. LRC going up. Manetha's starting to move up again, that's one I was in before. WPR, MDA, BQX, one I've mentioned before as well. I think with the kind of strategy I was using before, I was only giving it 7 days, but I think we should use longer, but I'm just going to keep it 7 days for the moment. And people in the premium group will know the strategy kind of straight away. They can see it. You can see it on the charts there straight away. So yeah, there's a lot of alts starting to move up just now and kind of go up 100%. Just now back to the chat. James Gibbons is in the house. Crush the likes, everybody. Yeah, if you go down to the like button just now and hit those likes just now. Gino Dow, what a beautiful day in crypto. Looking forward to Tron to skyrocket tomorrow, and ADA moving up higher. ADA's doing brilliant just now, and there's a story that was sent over from James. I'll just kind of look at it just now. Cardano aiming to attract more developers with Shelley phase in Q1 2019. We know about the kind of Shelley and what that's about. Cardano aiming to attract more kind of developers. This is what this is about, and Cardano is actually moving up. Just move out that. So Shelley to assure key elements for the future growth of the network. Charles Hoskinson announces Shelley is coming. So we all know kind of about Shelley. We're just waiting on that coming as well. And there's lots of news coming out with Cardano as well. So looking forward to that happening. And they're up to 1246 just now. Where do you think Cardano will go? I think they're easily going to surpass their all-time high of round about 9,000. Easily going to surpass that, I believe. Possibly this year, probably this year. Probably this year. One other one I was looking at as well is XRP. So I told you a couple of months ago, I'm looking for projects to just DCE in on, or dollar cost average in on. And I was looking at Ethereum Classic, which I think is still possible to do, but it's a bit riskier just now, but I still think it's possible for the future. XRP was one of them, Cardano was one of them, BNB was one of them. There's a NEO was one of them as well. And you just dollar cost average in and just buy, I don't know, a couple $100 worth every single month. So no matter what price they are, unless they kind of double, triple, quadruple, whatever, you just dollar cost average in these prices. XRP is one of them. Is one of them, and I've started to collect XRP as well. And it's at 9,048 at the moment. I do believe it's going to go higher, much higher than that. Once it gets all the kind of restrictions lifted and banks start using it, and we're going to see much more kind of adoption from as well. XRP, I do believe, is going to be huge in 2019, bigger than we could possibly imagine. I believe if the SEC, they're not lifting or they're not doing anything with XRP or with Ripple and the company, but I think we've got a news story, we'll talk about that in a wee second as well, but I think it's going to be huge, and I think we're going to way surpass the kind of all-time high for Ripple as well. And we've got Ripple all-time high of 22,000 or 23,000 Satoshi. So we're only talking about 2.5 times from here, which doesn't sound much when you look at Cardano, which could 8x to get to its all-time high. But so Ripple is 2.5x to get to its all-time high. But I think with the underlying technology, everything that's going on, the kind of foundations of XRP and Ripple as well, obviously, and Charles Hoskinson, what he's saying, not Charles Hoskinson, Brad Garlinghouse, what they're saying kind of about it as well. I just think Ripple is going to explode again from here. We've talked about it exploding already. It has to a degree, and I think it's going to get much, much bigger. Okay, we'll look at look at BAB. BAB not doing so great just now. Look at KuCoin. This is BAB kind of order books. 8 Satoshi to buy, 58 million. That's 4.64 Bitcoin worth. To sell at 9 Satoshi, 7.8 million. Just not much. So the price is doing absolute shocking just now. I'm actually doing some research, background research, and I'll let you know about that once I find out under the freedom of information. I've been doing quite a lot this morning actually. So I'm going to look at that as well, and I'll share that with you probably in a couple of weeks' time. Nothing bad, I'm just looking to research. I'm just doing it with a lot of the kind of companies I'm invested in actually. So not just BAB. So BAB, Digitex Futures took a dip as well. So they took a dip, but that's not the right. DGTX, BTC. I took a dive to 908 Satoshi. That's kind of a big dive. That's 50% drop. It was even lower than that. A 60% drop. So it did go down to 684, quickly came back up. So it's at 908 just now. Full disclosure, I'm still out of Digitex Futures just now. I'm on the sidelines. Just waiting to have a look at the exchange. I've disclosed that before, but I'll kind of always be honest with you. We'll have Metam, that's gone down as well. Metamorph. Look at the Bitcoin price. 62 Satoshi, which is shocking. Shocking. And we've got Howdo. Howdo was doing well. I think it's taken a bit of a dip. Back down again. So it did get up to 537. It's come back down to 380. Which is still okay. So 380 is still 29% up from where it was. But it was doing well. It's come back down since. I expect that to do well, but we need to wait and see what happens with that as well. Let's have a look at AdBank actually. See where they are. AdBank lowest they've been for a while. But they're working away in the background, AdBank. They're really kind of solidly working away in the background. So it might be worth getting some more AdBank, but maybe not at this stage. I think a lot of people are just very, very wary of the smaller, riskier projects just now. The other one I was kind of looking at was BPT. Blockport, still doing well, still going up. 2,575 Satoshi, which is good. It's good to see. So all-time high of about 8,000 or 7,500 for them. So 3 times where it is just now. So BPT is doing well. Okay, just get some of your thoughts. Alex Jug is in the house. Tim Gash. I've just picked up some waves. Yeah, I think it's going to do well, Tim. I do think it's going to do well. And we're talking, when I say well, I'm looking for a 20-30% kind of increase over the next couple of weeks. Niles Bill, good morning everybody. Good morning to you. Good to have you here, buddy. Got your message yesterday. Crypto Dread, hi to all. Everybody stay warm and safe. These next few days and weeks are going to be trying. Yes. Well, Crypto Dread, you're in Florida, aren't you? James Gibbons, Steve was looking at the charts last night and you'll look at like the look of Nexus right now. I've not seen it today. What's your thoughts? Nexus, NXS. Just have a look at. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's looking really good. And I think what I've noticed, and I'll just share this with you, what I've noticed, you'll see a lot of coins, a lot of projects on Binance. So we do Binance primarily in the premium, well, as in the premium group, but we do kind of hidden gems as well sometimes. But what I've noticed with a lot of these tokens, when they've shot up in price and they came back down, you can see the spikes. So you can see the spikes in Nexus in July, and some round about September, the last one round about the 26th, 7th of November. I've noticed that the projects like this, once they've kind of spiked previously, they tend to spike again when they start moving up. So Nexus kind of spiked up about 100% nearly back on the 29th of November, back on the 28th of November. So it spiked nearly 100%. It's moving that way again slowly, but it's moving that way again. So I think Nexus might be due for another spike. So we see that with a lot of tokens. I'm going to see if I can find another example. Where was Encash? It's one I recommended. I think it was TNT. Was it TNT? And it was just a theory I was working on. I think it was TNT. TNT spiked on the 14th of September. Kind of smaller spikes here. June, obviously going back as well. But I thought the reason I got into TNT the other day, and it was just a theory, that it kind of tends to spike, kind of tends to hit the peak, the same peak as the previous spike before. So on 14th of September, it kind of spiked up to 682, but that was from 250. So it went up nearly 170%. Now when I seen this the other day and I thought, okay, this is going to kind of cross over again, it could spike another 100%. And that's exactly what it did. So you'll find a lot of these are kind of, with previous spikes, big spikes like this, that with another spike, it tends to reach the same height as the previous spike. Now it's just a theory just now. Obviously I'm just looking at it. I'm just going to see if I can see any more kind of examples for you. Because this was actually really good. I found kind of a lot of them actually here. I think, was this one? Storm wasn't really one, although there was a couple of big spikes. I'm not saying they're kind of pumped. So TNB, I think, as you can see spikes here. This is on the daily chart, remember. So you can see spikes here, and this will give you an indication of how much they're jumping up. 35%, 32%. You're spiking up 30%. And there's loads of wee spikes here. Another spike here. Now, whatever that's due to, I don't know. But because fundamentally a lot of things have changed, and fundamentally it looks better when this is going to start to cross over on the daily chart for me anyway, and kind of on the 4-hourly chart and a couple of other charts as well that you know about in premium, then that could get to a previous high of the previous spike. But this really wasn't a kind of spike here. So the previous spike probably for TNB would be probably 98, 117, so not that much of a jump. So that's not a good one to kind of go with. So here, perfect example, and this is one, I didn't call it yesterday, I kind of put it out to call, but I kind of got waylaid and done something else. So Funfair, perfect example. So here, 2nd of October, jumped about 40%, that is a big spike, and came back down again. Whether it be a pump or not, doesn't matter. This is on the daily chart, remember. Kind of spiked here, 87%. Now it's crossing over on the daily, and it's crossed over on the 4-hourly. And this is why I was going to call it yesterday. I just got waylaid and I didn't bother, and I kind of pulled it back. So it's 124 just now. So I think within the next couple of weeks, we're going to see a spike up to about maybe 200-ish for Funfair. So say a 70-80% increase, and I think that's going to happen within the next couple of weeks. So that was back in the 28th of November. So I think there's going to be another spike of Funfair. So just watch out for that. In fact, I'll just put a wee blue kind of flag next to that. Was PO one of them as well? PO was one of them as well. I think that you can see a lot of spikes here. So watch out for another spike of PO. Up to about 200, 210 level. See a big spike here as well. So it's just a theory I'm kind of working on, but back testing it, it's kind of worked so far. Sanjoy Ghosh is pushing ADA. Right, okay, we see it. ADA. Stu Johnson, Trinket, what's going on? What's Trinket? Mr. Smith, hi everyone. Been away for a while, did an investment in crypto this year. This time last year at about the quarter of a barrel despite recent rallies. Anyone have any thoughts on how many years to break even? God knows. God knows. Probably, I don't know if you've seen that video yesterday about the kind of 4-yearly cycle for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin price goes up, obviously the rest of the alts are going to go up. Just because it's tied to the Bitcoin price. I don't know if you've seen that, the 4-year from Bob Lucas. I think you should definitely check that out. Look at the 4-year cycle video. I don't know if you've checked that out already. We spoke about it yesterday. But you're talking maybe 2-3 years. If you're way down just now, just holding them for another 2-3 years. But it depends on the project you're looking at as well. If you're talking about Bitcoin, then I think you're safe to hold Bitcoin. If you're holding riskier projects that might not make it in 2 or 3 years, then that's a different story altogether. Imran, critical warning. I have some strong evidence the stock market is going to plunge on Friday the 18th for 14 days till around February 7th. I know this sounds crazy, but please everyone prepare. Imran would be interested to know kind of what evidence you have for that. Can you have a look at Digibyte? I've seen Digibyte for a while, DGB. And this is on Bitmex. Bittrex. That's a Digibyte chart. It doesn't look as if it's doing anything just now. As I said, news might be coming out. Market cap. Now, I don't know if you've used CoinMarketCap. It's actually a good site. DGB. I might not have it listed here. 8th of March, breakthrough Pittsburgh. Will take part in an event. So there's only an event coming up in DGB. So according to the charts, there's no news coming out that I don't see, unless there's other news that you know about. But I don't see any movement from it just now. That's certainly on the daily. It's kind of been a downward slope for a long time. Long-term downtrend from July. I don't know if that helps or not, Gino. David Schwartz, is there news on BAB? No, there's no news on BAB at the moment. No fundamental news. I think Rusty Alvarez is going to be doing a TED Talk, I heard, as well, but that's not really news. It's not going to affect the kind of company or the price or anything. Apollo APL on Bitmart is pumping. Excellent. Crypto Dead, Imran, exactly what I said earlier. Something's happening. Get prepared, people. We've never looked at the stock market for a while, actually, and what's happening in the world stock markets. So Dow Jones. That's a Dow Jones. This has climbed. It's went up 11% since that big drop. And same with the S&P 500. And same with the UK stock market as well, with the FTSE 100. So it's 6,845 for the FTSE 100. I think a lot of people agree that the stock markets are going to crash big time this year. Yeah, that would be interesting, Imran. Ajmal, Bitcoin fund manager, just now in his latest video update has done a TA predicting an 80k BTC by March 2019. He changes his mind a lot. To be honest, I've been watching Bitcoin fund manager and he changes his mind a lot. Talking about the TA, and I don't like the way he kind of does it, where he just got a camera on the computer as well. So I did used to like him, but then I thought he chops and changes. Maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like just kind of chops and changes all the time, which is fine because Bitcoin does go up and down. But these kind of predicting 80,000 by March 2019, that's just kind of crazy, and it's something I used to do, but I know that's just not the way to do it now. Crypto Dread, not to get off topic, but yes, I'm in Florida, Monday 21st, low 27 degrees. Low? That's positively tropical. Maurice St. Pierre, please respond to previous question. Now, what is your previous question? Your present day thoughts on BAX token long-term price? Haven't a clue. Haven't a clue. We just need to wait on the licenses coming out. I speak about this every day. But have to wait on the licenses coming out. I have to get the licenses. I'm looking at freedom of information, kind of information that I'm waiting back for as well. So I'll report back on that once I get that as well. We're waiting on the app launch as well, waiting on the black card. So there's a lot of things hinging on this kind of banking license. The first of hopefully 3 or 4 banking licenses. One chain looks like it's popping off. Still a great buy. Excellent, Imran. Steve, do you ever use the Heikin-Ashi style candles on TradingView? Technical traders use it to identify the given trend more easily. Yes, I do use the Heikin-Ashi. I also use the Renko charts as well. The Renko charts are good for that as well. You can just identify. You don't have to look at the price. You don't get embroiled. Well, you do. You look at the price, but you don't get embroiled in the time frame or anything like that, the ups and downs of it. You just look at the block. So, yeah, I use the Heikin-Ashi as well. I quite like the Heikin-Ashi. And that just kind of smooths everything out. So you can see clear trends for that as well. And this is on the FTSE 100. And we'll just look at it on BTC USD. So clear trend downwards. That's on the daily as well. So we've hit a kind of juncture here, looking at the Heikin-Ashi. We've just kind of moving sideways for the last 4 or 5 days. So it's going to be difficult to predict what way this is going to go. Yeah, so it's going to be difficult to predict that. But I'm hopeful we go up. And we're going up to 4,500 or something like that. Bitcoin fund managers now. Oh, right, seen that. Bo Polney on the market crash on the 18th. Bo Polney is a YouTuber. Share your research. And that's from Gareth Passage to Imran Chowdhury. Rocco, API in top 100 now. What's happened? APL, sorry, Apollo. We just need to look at what's going on with Apollo. Might not get to the news actually. I think we'll quickly look at it. Up 112%. Excellent. A lot of people were talking about that, so a lot of people are very happy today. Although it had gone down actually. 14, it's up to 62. Yeah, a lot of people will be happy with that today. So well done if you're in Apollo. Just now, just broke the top 100 in CMC. So 38. And did go up to 108. It's up to 52 just now. Excellent. So well done if you're into that. Okay, we'll quickly go over the news. We've kind of looked at these. So Ripple calls on US regulators to treat XRP like Bitcoin and Ethereum. So Ripple's Director of Regulatory Relations says policy uncertainty is the only thing keeping XRP from achieving mass adoption by US banks and financial institutions. So at FinTech Week in Washington, Ryan Zagoni said XRP needs more clarity to move forward. The challenge for adoption comes back to policy. The policy uncertainty around some of the assets has limited adoption, particularly here in the US. And I'm speaking from Ripple and XRP because we use that asset because it's half a cent per payment. It's basically free, it scales and it's efficient with 1,500 transactions per second and nearly no energy burn. So we're at a point today where there are real solutions to all of these challenges that already exist. So what they're kind of saying here is the US regulations is holding back Ripple and XRP. So the company Ripple and XRP itself. So I do think this is holding it back. I think it's holding back Bitcoin and Ethereum as well. I think it's holding back cryptocurrency in general and the regulations and the uncertainty about what to class kind of certain cryptocurrencies as well. Once that's all been done and dusted, obviously That's going to give a lot more clarification. That means institutional investors will know exactly what they're getting into. So because of this uncertainty, it's difficult for the whole cryptocurrency market, but especially for XRP and Ripple with the banking as well. Bitmex reportedly losing a large number of users due to regulatory pressures from North America. So Bitmex, the second largest cryptocurrency exchange by reported trading volume and the most important exchange of Bitcoin futures in the world, has had a tough start to the year after constant pressures from the regulatory bodies of the United States and Canada forced its team to close the accounts of a significant number of clients. So they're having a difficult decision just now. So what they're kind of saying is Bitmex is not registered with the AMF and is therefore not authorised to have activity in the province of Quebec. AMF's Director of Media Relations told the Post, "We informed this company that its activities were illegal." So they're kind of really, which may be or may not be right, but in their eyes it's illegal for what kind of Bitmex are doing. That's why they've closed down a lot of their accounts. So that's people in kind of Quebec and North America as well. So Bitmex not having a good start to the year. Binance Jersey overwhelmed with registrations for its new fiat exchange. So just 24 hours after it launched, Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao has told customers that Binance Jersey has a massive backlog of KYC verifications and the company is bringing in extra resources to reduce it. The exchange is Binance's first European fiat exchange. It's designed for fiat to crypto trading of the euro and pound sterling with Bitcoin and Ethereum within Europe and the United Kingdom. So the first 5,000 users to register and complete account verification will be rewarded with €20, but it seems the incentive combined with the lure of a fiat Binance exchange has caused unprecedented demand. CZ took to Twitter to explain it's overwhelmed with registrations. There's a backlog of KYC verifications, which is where I'm at just now as well. So I've signed up for it, so I'll give you more details on that as well. I can put a link in the comments for you if you want to sign up through my link as well. They're offering, I think it's 80% as well. But yeah, that's kind of happening with Binance just now. So how that's going to affect kind of Binance, but I think it's going to be good for Binance, the company. So we spoke about yesterday how they're doing this in Uganda, trying fiat to crypto kind of exchanges. They've now done it in the UK and Europe, and they've got a list of companies, a list of countries that can use it. Obviously, America's not one of them. Binance Coin buoyed by new fiat exchange. This is just the kind of same information, but it's just talking about Binance kind of being up as well. Digitex Futures launches beta version of its commission-free Bitcoin futures exchange. This is just talking about Digitex Futures. I think we kind of know about that already. Crypto exchange Bittrex launches OTC services. We were speaking about this yesterday very briefly after, I think it was Imran was talking about this, or somebody else, I can't remember who it was. So Bittrex, a US-based crypto exchange, announces the launch of an over-the-counter trading desk to complement its exchange business. According to the firm's CEO, Bill Shihara, the new service would be available only to approved customers who will be able to trade in almost 200 tokens that are listed on the platform. So OTC trading is carried out directly between two parties and not through an exchange. The deal is usually facilitated by an agency or broker. So see how that kind of works out. That would be quite good. As well, it's going to be good for Bittrex actually if a lot of people start using it. So Bill Shihara says, we're excited to offer this new game-changing trading option for our customers with one of the most extensive selection of digital assets of any OTC desk available. This offering will be another way for Bittrex to further advance the adoption of blockchain technology worldwide, while also providing our customers with price certainty and a fast and easy way to trade large blocks of digital assets. So we'll see how that goes. My thinking on that is that because there's over 200, I think it's 260 tokens on Bittrex, it's all about liquidity. So if you're looking to sell a huge chunk of Digibyte, but nobody else is kind of buying, or nobody else is selling, vice versa, how does that work? How does that work? So yeah, there has to be liquidity there. That's the whole thing about kind of OTC as well, and that's why usually there's liquidity. That's why usually there's only kind of BTC OTC trading and the likes of Ethereum and bigger kind of projects like that as well, because of the liquidity problem. So I'm presuming that Bittrex is going to have the same kind of issue. And that was a news story. We'll just leave that one just now. Okay, Mark Paul and BTC right now oversold, maybe down again, but imagine BTC at 1,059 will be insane rises as 2017 will go all in. I think there's going to be a big rise in Bitcoin this year. I really do. Mervyn Skidmore is in the house. Welcome to you. What's up, big man? Good to see you, mate. Gino Dow, Tron, Intron Summit. What are your thoughts? Could Tron have a big parabolic run? I think Tron will have had a run already. But they've got the Summit out as well, obviously, with Binance. So they've had a run already. The chart just looks brilliant, actually. It just looks beautiful when you look on the daily. So it could be getting a bounce off the 70 EMA here. Got 680. It could have another run up past over 1,000. It just depends on Bitcoin. So I think we're going up to over 1,000 for Tron. It really depends on the Bitcoin price as well. And it's not just about the Bitcoin price, it's about sentiment, overall sentiment. When overall sentiment is bullish and it comes back to being bullish in the market, in the whole market, then this is when the likes of Tron is going to go on a bull run, a big bull run. My personal opinion. Do your own research and all that stuff. Watch that vid. I shared the link. That's from Imran. So Morris was asking, why is there going to be a stock market crash? So watch the vid. So I need to see where you linked that, Imran. I don't see it. Would BNB go up on news of fiat pairing? Will it affect price, you think? Do you mean the fiat crypto exchange? I think in the long term BNB is going to go up anyway. I think that would be definitely one that you would want to dollar cost average in on. I don't think Google allows a link on chat, so go to gold 2020 forecast. Okay, we'll just have a look at this in the latest video titled. Alright, so just have a look at this if anybody is interested, and hopefully the sound will work okay. Obviously that's not it. Yada yada.
Numerous other videos to warn of it. There are two great crashes, the first being in 1987, and you will notice the initial crash leg was 17% in the prior videos. We lived it was not 7. The initial crash leg was 10% crash from to 22%. This initial from the retracement of 7 or deeper. In summary, our
I have spoken of earthquakes. Listen to the any kind
into a warming cycle that finally kick off the bend and where it is visible.
It's a bit kind of weird to say the least. Okay, so that was it. I'll put a link to that for you, but that's kind of what Imran's talking about. But a bit very, very dramatic. I don't know if are they selling something at the end, or is that just a...
your entire family.
Yeah, very dramatic. I'm not saying it's not right. I'm just saying it's just the way it's been presented. Are you still in Ether Sports, IT Financial? Steve, no, I'm not in Ether Sports. I came out of a lot of the kind of smaller ones a long time ago. And I've mentioned it every time I've got out of something as well, if I've kind of been in something. The next bull run has been artificially suppressed. Once this era of uncertainty is over, the floodgates will flow. Even low value coins will pump, my opinion. Yeah, I do believe that as well, Morris. Yeah, you have to have to be a moderator to post links. Ask CYT to make you one, then post in future. No, we don't need that. We've just seen that. Gary Permenta received 2 Bitcoin in my Tron wallet. Not sure why, or if it is real. Has anyone else received this random deposit? Excellent. 2 Bitcoin worth of Tron. The elastic can only be pulled back so far, so it must be released. Gareth Passage, I do believe that as well. BTC, a lot of religious jargon, but the market stuff is good. BTC stack, holy stock crash. Yeah, ignore the sensational stuff. The segment on the TA and the figures. Okay, I'll look at later. It's just when you kind of look at it, you just go, right, something dodgy about that straight away. But I'll certainly look at it, so I'm not kind of laughing at what you're kind of saying there, but because I do believe the stock markets are going to crash. But we need to kind of wait and see. But I'll certainly take a look at that. What else is there? We'll just take another look at what's happening in the markets right now. So this is on Binance. So Aaron is still going up. Still going up. And that's a one that kind of I was talking about earlier. With my theory that it was going to reach its previous spike. So see. LRC going up as well, crossing over. MDA just starting to move, so that could reach its previous spike as well of 43,000, so that could be 100% an MDA move. And Ogre we've seen as well. Steam coming out with some news as well, crossing over. So a lot of things happening. The status just starting to jump. AST and data as well. Just see waves, where waves are. Not started moving yet. I do expect waves to move. So they should come out with the Vostok airdrop information as well today. I don't know if they have yet actually. Medium. Waves platform. $15th, nope. So that should be coming out later today. And TKY is at a large discount at the moment. Not sure why. The team has recently won a national PRC bidding competition, so it should be pumping. TKY. I don't think we've looked at that for a while. The key. 14 million, still down. Thanks for that, Gary. Liam Hunt, and the world's going to end next Thursday. That's what kind of seems like one of those kind of videos when I first seen it. I don't like that kind of presentation, but if it's good information within the presentation itself, I'm definitely willing to have a look. Crypto and SMS messaging seems to be another area where you'll find a revolution. Next communication projects attached to communication will do well. Yes, that could be right as well. Kin, I think, is going to be doing well in that area as well, obviously. Okay, I'm going to leave it there just now. I will do a call of the day later on today and put a video up for you as well. And obviously we're doing more than one call of the day. So if you want to join us in premium, the link is down below, and plus you get to join a great group of people as well. So you can join us in a premium group if you want to join us. And we can now join using crypto as well. If you want to do 6 months or a year subscription to the premium group, you can, using Bitcoin or your choice of crypto as well. So let me know if you want to join a premium group. If you want to pay in crypto, you certainly can. So thank you very much for joining me. Really appreciate your time today, and I will see you next time. Until then, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers,